Check 1, 2.
Well, congratulations. How are you feeling?
I feel amazing.
Does it feel good to be back in the win column?
It feels real good to be back in the win column, you know? It almost gets to a point where you like kind of forget how fucking the difference is between winning and losing. And it's a lot, and I love winning, you know?
Can you talk to us a little bit about, you mentioned how different it is to win and lose. Obviously, there's the record, but when you walk out of here on a loss versus when you walk out of here on a win, what's life like just in the few days after?
It's kind of it's a letdown. You build up and you have like a vision of like how life is going to be after that, and that's all you see because you don't want to see anything else. You can't see anything else other than winning, and then it's just like everything kind of just like crashes and falls if you lose. You know what I'm saying? But if you win, then your vision's coming true, and like the path that you set forward is like right in front of you. So it's a huge difference, and it feels really good to win, you know.
Was there anything that you took from that last fight and were able to apply in this fight?
100% focus and giving everything you got in every situation, and then still staying focused while you're doing that, you know.
Were you able to go in there and kind of fight to your game plan, or did you have to change it up based off what was happening?
There was a little bit of adjustments, and there's a lot of reading because fighting is unpredictable. You try to make sure you try to predict things, you try to put things in front of your opponent to make sure he's responding in a certain way. But at the end of the day, it's unpredictable. You got to make your reads and you got to make your adjustments and try to make your opponent do what you want him to do.
Was there anything about him that surprised you?
Not really. I knew he was going to go in there kind of strong. I think he took some shots that I thought he wasn't going to take, and that was about it.
And what happens next? Do you have an opponent in mind or a location or anything like that?
I have a few opponents in mind, man. I like to fight. I want to fight everybody in the 135 division, you know? I want to test myself against everybody in that division. I'm not just aiming for the top 15. I want to fucking eliminate everybody, and I want to test myself against every single body. So whoever they throw at me, I'll be ready.
How soon do you want to get back in there?
I'm looking early September, end of August.
Thank you.
Yep. And I would just like to shout out KO Zone, shout out IHP Fit. In the last 6 weeks, they've been pushing me, grinding me, and they've helped me a lot. So.
When he was really trying to go for that leg lock in the first, or that what he was going for labor, it looked like he was trying to get the knee. He finally got your leg extended towards the end. Was there any real danger in that? You kind of pushed off that and you got your leg out of danger. But how dangerous? Because even the commentary was talking about, how does the fighter feel at that moment? Are they tense? Are they worried about their leg? Or are they comfortable? Where were you feeling at that moment when he was going for that?
So before he had it kind of somewhat extended, I knew the risk I was doing because I believe I had my legs figured forward. Yeah. And I was like, in order to, I could stalemate this position, or I can get out, and it was a risky situation if I was to kick out, and I literally predict that I was going to be in that situation. But as long as I had my knee turned in a certain way, I knew I was safe.
Yeah, and as soon as he extended, you kicked out really, really good. And it was almost like you could hear a collective breath from the commentary team. They're like, cool, he's out of danger. Are you surprised that he kept going for that, even though you were landing the shots and you were punishing him? Are you surprised he gave up on that?
Yeah, I was bewildered. I'm like, yo, like, you should just like go, homie. You know what I'm saying? I was cracking. I was landing pretty hard. I thought he was gonna go to sleep, and maybe he was, and he was just holding on. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was just like his automatic response was just like, let me just hold this.
Yeah,
you know?
And if a guy does that, I mean, you have to be happy about that, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You started teeing off pretty good. You had some pretty good shots. It seemed like it just keep getting warmed up. Once he didn't let go of it, could you feel the damage that it was doing to him every time that you started landing those shots?
Yeah, absolutely. It was so he went from like a pulling motion with like he's trying to like hyperextend my leg to just squeezing like he's just like hugging a teddy bear, you know? So yeah, it was
he
definitely.
Might have been sleeping.
Yeah, he might have been sleeping. You know?
Congrats on the victory.
Thank you.
You landed that monster trip. Was that just for style points? How did you even see that read to make that happen?
So I do that. I like to do that move a lot in practice, and you get it with a lot of Thai guys or a lot of guys that just kind of like want to sit there and shell up and cover up. And I could set it up with either like a big hook or a big cross, and if they settle down, then I could just step behind and sweep them.
Awesome.
So yeah, and I knew it was like I can do it as a highlight reel too, because it looks fancy. You know, I can usually send people backflips. So, yeah.
Awesome. You know they're gonna be using that clip forever now.
Yeah,
That's
I love
awesome. After that first round, you could see the difference. You know, the fatigue settled in. Did your corner let you know, like, man, he spent all that energy, all that gas trying to get your leg? You got this. Go ahead and. Or did you say, no, stay in focus. I don't want to get comfortable and get caught with something.
Yeah, I respect jiu-jitsu and I respect leg locks because it doesn't take much to fucking blow out a knee. So I seen that he grabbed my leg, and I know he's a high-level black belt, so I wasn't going to play the game, and I didn't have enough sweat for me to be like, yo, I'm just going to slip out of all these. So I sat there, I let him burn out his strength because I knew everything about that situation. Let him burn himself out, and then I started landing my shots. I wanted to make sure I have both of my hands on the leg so he doesn't extend it, though, before I did that.
Excellent. And that finish was like, wow. You know, you could hear those bounce off the cage.
Yeah.
So you mentioned earlier some names. Give me some names. Give me somebody that you would match up with, because you never know. They might be watching this and say, yeah, I like to smoke. Let's get in there.
Yeah, man, I can. I was thinking I could hop right up to the top. I could fight Adrian Yanez. I like that matchup. I think I do fucking extremely well against Adrian Yanez. I think I'll shock the world. I'll piece him up on the feet. I'll let loose with my legs and destroy him on the ground. You know, that's a big move. I like to fight Cody Stamen. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Some D Silva. That's a good opponent for me as well. And then, like I said, I'll fight anybody in that 135 division. Just give me enough time.
Excellent. Sign me up for all of those. Congrats on the big win.
Yes, sir. Thank you.